Alright, so here we have date of birth for quite a few of our contacts, and we have to calculate the age from their date of birth. So what we can do is that we can simply take the difference between today's and their date of birth, and that should actually give me their age, but Excel will give me the answer in days. So what I can do is that I can simply divide this whole value with 365, and that should give me the answer in years. Right, so here we have the age, and we can also round down this value to get the exact an integer. But the problem is, you know that not all the years are 365 days. There are leap years which contain 366 days as well. So this shortcut is not very good. So what we can do instead of that is we can choose an alternative approach, and that is called year frac. And if you can read this argument, this description here, this returns the year fraction representing the number of whole days between the start date and the end date. So basically I will just press tab, and now I have to give the start date and the end date, and Excel will return me the difference between the two dates. So I would say start date should be this one and end date should be today. Close the bracket for this, and now press comma. Now this basis is important. You can now tell Excel that you want to consider a 360 days or actual year days or 365 days. So I will go with one that is basically considering the actual days, and I will press Control Enter to close this bracket. And here is some, okay, so here we have the age of the customer in, I can just copy and paste this whole value downwards, and here you can see that we have calculated the age of all the customers. And now what we can do is that we can round down this value, or even better than round down, we can just apply integer of this number, and then press Control Enter, and here we have the rounded date for each of our customers. And what we can do is that instead of breaking this working into two, I can simply take this integer to this formula here. So I will take this complete formula, I will wrap it up into the bracket, and I will put the integer here function here. So I will go back here, and I will say integer and bracket for that. In fact, Excel has already applied the bracket, so I will take that one, and I will just apply a closing bracket here, and I will press Enter, and Excel has rounded the value as well. Now one complete function calculate the date of birth for me. So let us not this one, this was the heading. So what Excel will do is that first of all, Excel will make sure that it is applying the integer to the whole value. But whole value of what? Excel will take the year fraction, that is basically the difference between today and the date of birth, and then Excel will also make sure that they are using the actual number of years, and then at the end of that, Excel will also apply integer on that, so we don't have decimals. And that is simple. So I hope this is really easy.